This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, Dave Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. He told me this will be one of the biggest tests all year. Of course, they want to establish their dominance, SEC over the ACC, but he's going to need the crowd noise to do it. Confusion at the line of scrimmage when the offense has the ball. He said, I want our fans out and ready to impact this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Lacey. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick give. It's Lacey. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. To the air, it's Knight. Hauls it in. I need to move the sticks.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Brown. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it down. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Keeps it moving. It's Davidson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds them, and he gets the first down.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass on 2nd down. Left side, it's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Tells to fake. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davidson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff again. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just step it up. And they did a really nice job on 1st down, stopping the run. Here we go on 2nd. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
On the snap, it's Johnson. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially.
Thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Lacey. Got the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Drops back. It's Snipe. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Hits inside. It's Lacey. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! Desperately looking. Fires downfield. Out wide left, it's Cook. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. A receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Swings into the open.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Driving forward, it's Lacey. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Making the adjustment on the play. Needs it here on fourth down. Stepping to the right. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Johnson. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Still on his feet at the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And that was a play that was designed to simply pick up the first down, right? 3rd and short, it's a short throw. And you're just trying to get it to the sticks, but what a great individual effort.
Oh, it's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. 2nd and long here. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just try to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
Great timing there in that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Still looking. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. And the Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Running inside, it's Lacey. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 30. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Lacey. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to run, it's Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
2nd down to the air. Left side is Wesco. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Caught at the 25. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires left. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Out wide left, it's Wesco. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
One more snap coming before halftime. Making the adjustment. Back to throw, it's Knight. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 8 team, the Kentucky Wildcats. And it's the Wildcats on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The fake wants to throw. Moves to his right. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Selling the run, but rushes on. He's sacked. This defense all over it. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Out wide right, it's Green. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Running the red zone, it's Johnson. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Finds his man. It's Tompkins. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes the grab. Runs through, man. He might have some space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Rush right in his face. Left side is Cook. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the wideout. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Turning it on. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Right at the line. And he's going to be stopped for a loss.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Knight. They're all over him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And he couldn't save the down or the yardage after the intentional grounding call. It'll be 2nd and long. They'll throw it again from their own end zone. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. Look out! And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Can they catch him? Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Right side, it's Wesco. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, going to throw it. On the move. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide left, it's Green. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Going to the run, it's Johnson. Running through contact. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Back to pass, it's Knight. Just had to get rid of it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
Out wide right, it's Miller. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback changing the play. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the third quarter, and this defense will start the fourth on its heels. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The handoff to Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground. Boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Now on first down from the 28. Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's Green. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Oh, pressure's coming. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Burrowing for yardage. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop it. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Out wide right, it's Miller.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Runs through the tackle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, it's 4th and short, and you're sort of in no man's land at this point near midfield. I think if you're on offense here, you're going to have to go for it. You're going to have to show confidence in your guys to get it done and go get you the win.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
snaps on 4th down. He wants a big play here late. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. Gets away from one, finds room. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Got his man downfield. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Quick give. It's Lacey. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And, man, he really hasn't been the problem today. How about that? He's rushed for over 100 yards. Another big chunk play on the ground. They've continued to be able to run the football well, but here now in the 2nd half, you've built yourself a deficit. I wonder how many more runs they got in them. They got to open this passing attack up and make some big plays.
Right side, it's Miller. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes a connection. Breaks into the open. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short.